Hi everyone, my name is Catalina and in this video I'm going to show you how to work the bubble stitch. I have seen this particular stitch called blackberry salad stitch as well. You can use either of them. As far as I know, they refer to the same thing, so I'm just gonna call it the bubble stitch because of these bumps right here, as you can see them. This is actually a pattern I wouldn't have even got close to a couple of months ago because I thought it was far too hard to make, but as I'm going to explain you'll see that you've got no idea how simple it is to make this. And to be honest with you, it looks amazing, doesn't it? I fell in love with this stitch, and yeah, it's very easy to make it. It's just a mix of double crochets and single crochets. So if you see these, when you see these bumps right here, the bubbles, you probably think, what's that particular stitch worked? How is that particular stitch worked? And it's just 5 double crochets worked together, and then joined in the next one in a single stitch. I'm going to show you so you will see what I'm talking about. It's very easy. Why have I fallen in love with this particular bubble stitch is because with a little bit of imagination it could actually end up looking like this too. It looks great. It would look great on a blanket, I think. I haven't cut my yarn here because I'm gonna use this yarn for other future tutorials, so I didn't cut it. This is just for practice purpose only. So imagine a blanket with this particular pattern. Amazing. While look how they look on the back. Yeah, nothing special. And look on this back. So the bubble stitch is worked in multiples of 4. I'll show you where the 4s start and end. Let me do that on the blue version. So they are multiples of 4. There are 2 chains here, 2 stitches, I mean 2, that's 3, 4, and so on. So let's get started. I have showed you how the bubble stitch looks like, and I'll show you how to make it as well. I'm using my 6mm size hook. And this color. I know it's not the greatest color, but I've used most of my colors in this one here. The video is going to split in a couple of parts as usual. I'm not editing my videos because they're too big, so my computer can't handle that kind of request. So we're going to attach a slip knot to the crochet hook, and we're going to work a chain. I said we're working in multiples of 4, so depending on your project you can work as many as you want. I'm just going to work 12, so therefore I'm only going to do 3 bubbles. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. No matter how many chains you add, no matter how multiples of 4 you add, we're always going to chain 3 more at the end. That's 3. And we're going to work double crochets. In the first one we're going to work in the 4th chain from the hook. So we're skipping the last 3 we worked, and we're working a double crochet in the 1st chain. I'm going to give you a link to one of my videos where you can see how to work the double crochet in a slower version. This is not a hard stitch to work. It's not necessarily for advanced crocheters, but you do need a little bit of practice and, let's say, minimum knowledge of crocheting. I only learned the bubble stitch this week, watching other videos, reading books about it. Some people like working the bubble stitch with doubles and single crochets. Others like to work it with double crochets and half double crochets. I find it far simpler to work it with single crochets, so I will always choose the easy way, so to speak. It's the same result, and to be honest, I like the bubble stitch far better with a single crochet. The bubbles look tighter, they look like small but furry balls. Okay, we have completed our chain, and look how I've only got 1 minute left, so I'm going to explain this in a minute and then move on to the next video. I have started working this example. So this is the first row, and I've worked my bubbles very close to the edges, while on this one I started working the bubbles farther than the edges, but I find that I don't really like these empty spaces, that one here and this one here. So I decided I will do my bubbles closer to the edge. My time is almost up, so I'm going to meet you guys in the next video to explain how to work the bubble stitch.